Hello everyone, and welcome to the Create Your Own Reality podcast, where we share stories and practical tips to help you level up your mindset, reconnect with your purpose, and boost your confidence. If this is your first time listening to the show, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're able to take something from this episode to turn your day from good to great. Let's get into it. Discipline equals freedom. This probably sounds like common sense, but I don't think most people take this into account on a daily basis. Last week, we discussed the importance of habits and staying consistent with those habits. This is the natural next step. When starting a new habit, you probably have a lot of motivation behind you to ultimately get started with that habit. Once that excitement or motivation wears off, you may find yourself struggling a bit to get that task done. That is where discipline comes in. Motivation can be fleeting. And while I am very big on motivational quotes and having a motivational mindset, none of that matters at the end of the day if you don't have the discipline to keep on going. Discipline will keep you focused on the habits and tasks you need to complete because you know just how important those are to your success. Now, regardless of how disciplined you may be towards your goals, you of course are still going to have those days where you struggle and feel like you just don't want to get anything done. Even though that may be the case, depending on how long that habit has been a part of your daily routine, your mind and your body may already have that anticipation of getting that habit done, and that's where the discipline shows up for you. Once a habit is fully developed, it creates a new neurological pathway in your mind from that habit. So even on those tough days, your mind will still have that discipline to get that habit done. That really goes to show just how important it is to build habits that serve you. Don't just start a habit because of something you see on social media or from something that a friend does consistently as well. Develop real needle-moving habits, actions that will move you forward towards your goals. Because as we know, good daily habits lead to success. With the discipline that has been created from forming those habits will begin to take you towards your goals. Once you achieve your goals and ultimately reach your idea of success, you'll begin to reach that point of freedom. Of course, everyone's idea of freedom is going to look different, but it will usually fall into one of these categories: time, location, or financial. For you, it may be a combination of all three, or it might just be one, but it's important to develop and have that idea of freedom from the start of your journey. If you don't know what your idea of freedom looks like, or even your idea of success, or what goal you're working towards, you're not going to have any success in moving forward with those habits that you're creating. While it's important to have basic habits in place in terms of personal hygiene, health, and wellness, when it comes to adding in those needle-moving habits, it's extremely important that you have your goals, your idea of success, and your idea of freedom already in place for you. Once those are set, then you can begin building those needle-moving habits, which will then become so vital to your routine that regardless of whether you're feeling motivated to do them, discipline will take over. As the discipline of completing those tasks becomes consistent, you will start to achieve your goals and ultimately reach freedom. I hope this was helpful in expanding a bit more on the content from last week. Let me know what your goals are and your ideas of freedom down in the comments below. Until next time, remember, discipline equals freedom. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this episode, please be sure to leave a review and share it with a friend. Comment down below to share your takeaways with others and join the email list from the link in the show notes. Until next time, stay motivated, be inspired, and don't forget to encourage others.